Hey yo, what's going on? First, I'd like to say if you're watching this video, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. I don't get a lot of views. And for everyone who do watch and listen and enjoy, or even if you disagree with my videos, I'm still saying thank you very much for checking out my videos. Secondly, I like to say I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the dumbest person. I have researched some things in my life, and there's a lot of things that I need to research still. I also want to say that question everything that I'm saying. Everything that you hear me say, question it and research it. So that way you can find your own truth. That way you can find your own comfort zone and the topics that I'm talking about. And you take that, and the only thing I can do is ask that you share it with people. You never know when somebody else is thinking the same thing that you're thinking, but they just don't have anybody to talk to about it or talk with. You know what I'm saying? You can leave me a comment and we can go back and forth. To which brings me to this person right here. Their name is Hello Again. I want to give them a shout out because they stuck with me through a conversation. It could have been an argument, whatever. Argument is just another way of conversing. You know what I mean? So, throughout the whole thing, we did not bring up a topic of what race we were individually between that person and my person. That person and myself. We never even talked about that. We just stuck with our own truth. You know what I mean? And I'm going to leave a link in the description to the video where Hello Again responded to my video. My video was on cultural appropriation. And like I say, I don't know everything, but I try to get some understanding before I talk about some shit. And cultural appropriation, you know what I'm saying? I break down the two words, and it's like, you got a culture, which is basically the hobbies, the social likes and dislikes that a group of people share amongst each other. And appropriation is basically things that are appropriate, and the things that are inappropriate, and the things that are appropriate when you're dealing with another person's culture. And to put those two together and to make a video on it, my whole stance was, if I'm going to have some entertainment, I don't want my type of entertainment that comes from my culture to be the butt of the joke. I don't want to feel like I'm not getting anything from this entertaining field. It's like, whenever I watch The Living Color, at least I got to get some humor from a class of people that knew what would push my buttons without making me feel like, man, that's some bullshit. Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Same level. It wasn't no bullshit to me. I completely enjoyed it. Nowadays, you got folks that want to use my culture as the butt of the joke. It's like Teen Titans. I would get upset because I'm like, you got one alien chick who don't know how to speak English properly. After all the time that the people who produced the TV show have had this alien on air. So just think, if the kids in my family have been watching that show from the time that it came on to the present time now, this little alien thing would have been talking improper English the whole way through. What can the kids get from that? What can they get from that? Some bullshit. Okay? So then, from this video that I made about cultural appropriation, Hello Again was saying that humans can't appropriate their own culture. And I had to scratch my head on that, and I had to ask them to explain themselves, to which they came back and they explained themselves. And so I went from that and was like, maybe I need to go see what cultural appropriation is all about again. To which, you know what I'm saying, I looked up the word culture again. You know what I mean? Trying to get some understanding out of it. Trying to get some understanding on it. And I'm thinking, okay, they're saying the same thing that I'm saying culture is. So I don't get where I got that part messed up. So then I go back and I look up cultural appropriation. And so I'm like, okay, these folks are on the same level that I'm on again with another topic. Again, I don't see where I could be so wrong. But I'm like, okay, if what I'm saying is causing a person to feel indifferent, feeling, they're not agreeing with me, then maybe it's something that I'm saying. Maybe it is me. Just because I can't always be right. Because I don't know everything. I can accept that. I can admit it. And when it comes down to having a conversation with somebody, I'd rather try to figure out what the fuck the problem is and try to fix it than to sit back and point a finger at them and leave 3 fingers pointing back at myself. You understand that? Instead of pointing a finger at them, saying, nah, you got something fucked up. You're not understanding me. I know I got 3 fingers pointing back at me that's giving me it puts me in a position of being possibly wrong at the same time. So I'm over here, I'm trying to figure out more and more and more why this person is giving me a reason to, look up some more knowledge and research some more shit. And so when they said that, people in the same household, can be from different cultures. And I agree. I can see that because of the word of diversity. I mean, diversity is a big fork in the road for a lot of things. And so when I think about diversity within the culture, I think about, and I use this as an example with him or with them. I was like, I remember when rock and roll folks didn't listen to hip hop, and they were like, man, fuck hip hop. And hip hop was like, man, fuck rock and roll. Then here come Run DMC and Walk This Way. Boom. Those two make it big. That fork in the road turns into a spoon. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, even with that, you got some rock and rollers that are saying, okay, I could deal with some of the hip hop, but I can't deal with the clothes, or I can't deal with the language, or I can't deal with the history. History, the culture of it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay, I guess this is where I'm thinking diversity comes into the whole play of things. Because I'm like, all right, you can fuck with this song, and you can fuck with maybe a couple other rap songs, but you can't fuck with the skin color. You can't fuck with the aggression. You can't fuck with the beatbox. You can't fuck with the dancing. You can't fuck with the scratching on the record player. But you might be able to fuck with the women. So diversity. You pick and choose the different things that you like out of a culture. So maybe this is what Hello Again was talking about when he was like, okay, people in the same house can be from different cultures. I can be like, that's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. So then I'm like, okay, you have folks in Japan who want to live their lives as a Chicano, someone Hispanic. And at first, I was having a hard time remembering if it was the Japanese or Asian period. But yeah, it was the Japanese. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some videos before. And also remember that some Japanese, you know what I'm saying, had dabbled into hip hop as well. And so before I threw in this whole Japanese hip hop Hispanic thing and this whole thing of, country people used to only listen to country, Christian folks only used to listen to Christian, hip hop used to only listen to hip hop. But then diversity came in, and just because you liked one thing didn't mean you could not like other things. I think that's the basic thing of diversity, right? Just because you like fried chicken, it don't mean that you dislike boiled chicken. It don't mean that you dislike grilled chicken or baked chicken. You add those three recipes into your appetite. So whenever you come up with a meal plan for next month, you got 4 ways of cooking chicken. Diversity. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm slightly wrong, I'm slightly wrong. But me, I think I'm pretty damn close. Alright? So, getting back to the conversation with Hello Again, they they had a few more things. I say they had a few more things to say when it comes down to this whole thing between my ideas of what culture is. And what I'm thinking is, if we share the same color, basically, different shades of brown, and we meet up with folks who are not different shades of brown, but they are fucking with us in the best way possible, to where we accept them. The type of person that, even if they're not your color, they can come to your house, eat at your table, sleep under your roof, and get invited back. without a problem. The type of person that you don't mind lending $5 to. A type of person that if they needed a ride to work, you give them a ride to work. The type of person, and this the kicker, the type of person that would do all that for you in return without a fucking problem. Then we belong in some type of culture. We belong in some type of cipher. We belong in some type of community. You know what I'm saying? We belong together. It's a whole lot better than dealing with a shiesty, shady, two-faced liar. So I'd rather have somebody that I can say is part of my culture, part of my community. I'd rather fuck with you than fuck with somebody that I gotta constantly watch my back or I gotta tiptoe around. You know what I'm saying? So my idea of culture is we have some of the same habits. We have some of the same language. We have some of the same ideas on how to make money, how to sustain, how to run a government. If we're upset about some of the same views, if we are upset about the same emotions, if we watch things on TV and we disagree on them together, and if we disagree with each other, we still come with a decent compromise in order to make a come up together. A come up may be for you, may be for me, may be for somebody else, but we're moving forward together. Then I'm comfortable with that. I know there's a lot of things that I'm not saying that I should be saying, but just like I told Hello Again, I can only say the things that I know. There's so much more I need to learn in life. There's so much more that I need to see. There's so much more I need to experience in order to get things close to perfect when it comes down to explaining this for everybody to get an understanding. Now, from this point, I'm going to ask Hello Again, am I still talking or dealing with some type of an illusion? You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying still bollocks to you? Because it don't seem like it's nonsense to me. I want to say thank you for leaving your comments down there. And like I say, I'm not pointing my finger at you and saying you're wrong. I want to, but I'm focused on the three fingers that are pointing back at myself, so that way I can continue to grow as a man. That way when I'm pushing a video like this, I'm not feeding you or anybody else who's watching this, I'm not feeding y'all bullshit. I'm feeding you something that you can question and you can research even more to get a better understanding to either share with me or to share with somebody else. I'm following the golden rule, which is do unto others as you will want them to do unto you. That's all I can do. But anyway, if you're watching this video, thank you very much. Once again, I don't know everything, but there's some things that I have learned. I'm not the smartest person, I'm not the dumbest person. There's some things I still need to research, and there's a lot of things that and there's some things that I already have researched. What I'm asking you to do is question everything that I say. Do some research on your own and share it with somebody. You can start up a conversation with me. leave your comments down there or share it with somebody else. Because, like I say, you never know who's thinking the same thing that you're thinking. They just don't have anybody to talk to. Alright? I'm out. Peace.